Hello and welcome to BluePrism Advanced Tutorials. In the previous tutorial, we have learned how to read the data from an Excel by using get worksheet as collection actions. Now, in this tutorial, we will learn how to write the data to an Excel by using write collection action as part of the MS Excel VBO actions. If you see on my screen, I'm having a process with the name of Excel Automation Employee Details. Over here, in our previous session, I have created an instance and I have opened the workbook. And after that, I have read an Excel by using get workbook as collection offset action. And after that, I have closed the workbook. And after that, I have closed an instance. Now, if you see over here, by using red Excel offset, what I have done, I have retrieved particular number of rows by using starting cell over there as A5, right? Now I have read the data and I have stored in the data collection, that is offset data collection. Now I want to write this data to another worksheet. To write the data into an Excel, we will use write collection action to write the data into the particular worksheet. How can I go ahead and do that? Let me drag and drop action stage onto the canvas. Let me click on the properties. Over here, I will give the name over here. First, I'm going to select the business objects over here as MS Excel VBO. And after that, I'm going to use write collection over here because of I'm going to write the data into an Excel worksheet. I'm going to select that. And there, if you see the inputs, outputs, and conditions over here. First thing is that inputs, the handle. So if you are going to work on a single workbook, in that case, you don't want to give this handle over here. If you're going to work on multiple workbooks, in that case, you have to provide which workbook that you are going to work it out. So already we know that one. We're having the data type. We have stored the data item in the name of handle, right? You can use that one. Let me drag and drop. Now, what is the workbook name? Where you want to write the data, in which workbook? If you see, in our open workbook, we have created a store in data item with the name of workbook name, right? So over here, what we are having, this is the workbook with the employee name, right? The same workbook, I'm going to use it over here as the variable workbook item. Let me drag and drop. Now we'll talk about the worksheet name. So in which worksheet that you want to write the data? For suppose I want to write the data in the text worksheet. But if you observe, I don't have any worksheet over here inside the employee. We have only employees, personal details, departments, and designation. But the worksheet with the name of test, I don't have any worksheet. In that case, what it will do, it will throw an error. Okay. So to write into the new worksheet, I'm going to create a new worksheet, or I'm going to insert a new worksheet in this by renaming that as test. All right. So here also what we can do, we can automate this one. I will show you how to create that one in the upcoming sessions. Okay. Now for the time being, what I'm doing is I have created a new worksheet with the name of test manually. Now the cell reference. So I'm having the worksheet right now as test in my workbook, that is employee details workbook. Over here in that worksheet, I want to write the collection of the collection data. So from which cell that you want to start it? Let's assume you can see over here, we'll start with the default A1. But without mentioning that, it will be taking as an error. So what we have to do, we have to mention from which column or the cell that we want to take it as a reference to start it. I will say A3. To make you understand, I'm going to give it as A3 over here. And after that, include column names. So you want to include column names. Its a data type is Boolean, nothing but flags, true or false. So if you want to include the column names, in that case, you are going to provide it as true. If not, you are going to give it as false. And over here, right now, we're coming for the collection input. So what is the data that you want to write it inside the worksheet name test? So what is the collection? So in our previous tutorial, we have already got the collection as offset data. Okay, if you have not watched that video, please go through that one before proceeding this video. All right. Now, when I'm going to the collections, I can get the offset data over here. Let me drag and drop this offset data onto the inputs. All right. Now, our action is ready. Now, I will give the name as write collection, and then I'm going to click on OK. Now, if you see, I got an action. Now, after reading an Excel offset, that is by using get worksheet as collection offset, then I'm going to write the data into the another worksheet with the name of test. So let me link them by using link stage, read Excel offset to write collection, from write collection to close workbook action. All right. Now our process is ready. Now if I show you once again, in my test worksheet, I don't have any data. Now let's run the process to see the output. Process execution started, and you can see it has been opening the workbook by using open workbook action. And after that, you can see over here, read Excel offset. By using that, I got the data inside the collection of 6 rows. Let me show you that by clicking on that. If you see in the current values that I'm having 6 rows and I don't have any columns over there. It is by default values. I got it as column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, and so on. All right. And now, by using write collection action, it will be write the data inside the test worksheet, and it will write the entire data which we got it as part of the red Excel offset. After that, it will close the workbook and it will close the instance, and finally it will close the process. Now let's open the Excel once again to see the output. If you see over here inside the test that I got it, the data which we got it as part of the employees. Now if you see from here, this portion of the data that we got it from the particular worksheet, that is employee sheet, and then we have written the data inside the test worksheet from the same A3, starting with the cell reference as A3. Now what I will do, I want to include the column headers. So how can I go ahead and do that? I'm going to going to the write collection action. Over here, include columns names. I'm going to make it as true over here. By default, it will be false, so that it won't write the column names over there. Okay. Now I'm going to give it as true, and then I'm going to click on OK. Now let's see how it will write the data as the columns by using include column names. Let's run the process to see the output. Process has been executed successfully. Now let me open the Excel once again. If you see right now, I am having column 0, column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5 for the respective data. And after that, you can see from 4 onwards, the data has been inserted or written inside the test worksheet by using write collection action. I hope you understand how to write the data inside an Excel by using write collection action as part of this tutorial. Thank you for watching BluePrism tutorials. If you have any queries related to this concept, please post them in the comment section. I will see you in the next session. Till then, bye bye. Have a wonderful day.